What is up, YouTube? This is Piccolo the Itmore, and I am back with another video. Now I'm here to hand out a red pill like a senzu bean. So this weekend I was sort of doing some self-reflecting, and I saw some old videos of myself on my MacBook, and I could hardly recognize myself. And this is from like a year and a half ago when I first taken the red pill. I was like, damn, I've changed a lot. Like, I have more facial hair, I have more hair on my head, and I don't know. I guess my skin is glowing, maybe. But yeah, I could hardly recognize myself. And what my point is basically you become a new person after you eat the red pill. Like, you don't think the same, you don't move the same, you don't react to certain situations the same. And you're gonna reflect back on those days where your blue pill days, and you're gonna think how much of a fool you were back then. Like, not too long ago, um, an old friend that I don't speak to, had a falling out with, but we sort of squashed our beef. Old friend was reflecting back. Oh man, do you wish things could go back to the way they used to be? And I'm thinking, no, not really. Because when I reflect on those old memories, I think of how much of an idiot I was. I mean, yeah, sure, I was happy at the time, but looking back now, I was also oblivious. I mean, like they say, ignorant is bliss, right? But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Once you eat the red pill, you just change. And, people notice the change in you. Like, people have commented how much I've changed and how not necessarily unpleasant I am to be around, but like how they can't fuck with me and how they can't be my friend. I mean, the red pill is the road less traveled, so you're gonna have to navigate through the world alone. Basically, you're gonna have to get used to being alone, which I am. But hey, at least I got my red pill brothers, right? And while I'm in this blue pill surrounding, I sort of have to, I don't want to say pretend or like be fake, but I don't talk much. I don't speak unless spoken to. Like, example, if I'm around a bunch of women, I wouldn't necessarily voluntarily put myself around a bunch of women. My mindset is to go in, observe what they say, and try to pick out the lies from the truth. And if they ask me questions, I'm just gonna be frustratingly vague. I'm not gonna say too much about myself. I'm gonna just be vague. Like, example, had a female not too long ago ask me, "Do you ever want to get married?" And I said, "No, not really." And she's like, "Oh, why not?" I said, I haven't heard good things about marriage." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, that's true." I mean, I could have gave her a list of reasons of why I wouldn't want to get married. In fact, I have a video on why you shouldn't marry. But yeah, man, I mean, let out if I was transparent, I felt like that would have led to unnecessary argument, and I don't need to prove myself to a female. It's like when you're handed the red pill, you sort of get a cheat code to life. You feel me? So you sort of know how to stick and move. You know how to talk your way out of certain situation, or talk your way out of certain situation and not talk your way into certain situations. You'll know when to speak and when not to speak. And another thing is, you know, which I like to include a part of the red pill philosophy, is the scripture. Yes, the Bible. I mean, some of you don't believe in the Bible, your prerogative, but I mean, I like to apply the scripture to my life. You feel me? Uh, in the scripture it says, you become a new person after you come into the knowledge. I'm paraphrasing, that's not what it actually says, but it says it somewhere in the Bible. And I believe it because once I found out uh certain things in the scripture, there are certain things that I used to do and I stopped doing. Like example, I used to love eating bacon and shrimp, but once I read Leviticus chapter 11, that's when I stopped eating it. That was revelation. I've mentioned in previous videos before, I stopped celebrating holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving, Halloween, 4th of July. Like I don't really care that much for holidays. Not that I won't really celebrate it or go through the motion, but I'm not gonna deposit money on it because that's me investing my livelihood on holidays. So yeah, man, it's like, you know, you've been handed a cheat code to life. So now that you don't have to worry about these women, you can just sort of focus on yourself. I mean, that's what I do. I think of majority myself. I mean, okay, if you're new to the red pill, right? Take a picture of yourself now, and then later down on the line, it could be a few months from now, maybe a year. You know, look at yourself now and look at where you were back then. And reflect on how much of a simp you was. And you'll notice the growth. You'll blossom. And that's what it's all about. That's what the red pill is all about. It's about growing. It's not about how much pussy you can get or how many material things you can possess. I mean, both those things are cool and all, but I mean, I hear other guys talk about how to dominate a bitch and what not, and talk about being alpha this, alpha that. And you know what it sounds like? Shh, you hear that? It's me beating my chest. That's what they're basically doing, just beating their chest. I'm like, nigga, life's not a contest, okay? Like, it's like, they talk about self-improvement, but are you really self-improving for you or, to beat your chest for the bitches, like an ape? So yeah, it's all about growing and, becoming better and, not pissing off the Most High, really. In fact, you should be trying to please Him. And, even when I did have the red pill, I was in denial that I didn't have red pill rage, where looking back now, I did because I was too transparent. Like, whenever I hear a controversial issue like feminism, I would always have to stick my head in so I could defend the men. And looking back now, it's like, alright, you didn't need to do all that. Because, like, you shouldn't argue with fools, Like, yeah, man, because you're gonna look like a fool yourself. That's why I barely argue with women. When women talk about controversial topics, that could. When I say controversial, I mean controversial for them because, I could hit them with some hard truth that can have them weeping. I just rather keep it short, sweet, vague, and to the point. Example, woman asked me, "Oh, you think men and women are equals?" And I would respond, "Doesn't equal mean like the same? Isn't that the dictionary definition of equal, like same?" "Well, yeah, but do you think women could do what men do?" And I would respond, "I mean, they can, but, not gonna get the same results." I just keep it vague. Like, I don't need to argue with these bitches. Sick of these bitches. Because, like, they will never understand you. They'll say, "Oh, yeah, I get it," but they really don't. Like, how can a gazelle, not a gazelle, excuse me, a deer, how can a deer understand the perspective of an eagle? They can't. You know, um, Deers see what's in front of them, and eagles look below them. You know, it's like on two different levels. That's how men and women are mentally, on two different levels. You feel me? But like I said, there are still some simps out there, and you can never underestimate the heart of a simp. So yeah, and you know, it's all a part of the growing process, and sometimes you have to grow alone. You have to develop alone. You know, because like I said, I've had falling outs with people who I used to associate myself with, and they're like, "Oh, you becoming a new person. This new person I can't fuck with." Well, nigga, fuck you. Like, okay, don't fuck with me then. And then they'll be basically barking at my door and trying to fight me and shit. Like, nigga, move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You know, and you know, since I've become Red Pill, I've become more disciplined and I've achieved more goals. I've finally completed NoFap. I haven't legit watched porn in 3 or 4 months. I've honestly lost track. I can't say it. I don't know what day I'm on, and I haven't busted. Well, I can't say I haven't busted a nut, but you know, I haven't polished a trophy ever since. I can't remember the last time I did. I mean, I can, but I don't remember what day. So yeah, you know, ever since NoFap, I've become stronger, faster, more alert, and less lazy because you know, when every time I bust a nut, I don't feel like doing nothing. And I also take more cold showers. You feel me? Because that helps with certain mental issues that I had. Like, you know, I would also get anxious, but ever since I've been taking cold showers, seem like my anxiety has gone down. And I think there's a scientific reason for that. The reason people feel anxious is because kinetic energy is heat, right? So the kinetic energy inside the person is moving rapidly, right? And that's what creates heat. So when you take hot showers, you know, the kinetic energy in your body is going to move rapidly, which is why when people get in certain situations, they sweat or get twitchy or nervous or get sweaty palms. That's because the kinetic energy in their body is producing heat, which is causing them to sweat. But if you take cold showers, then you can be cool under pressure in certain situations. So yeah, now I sort of know my worth, you feel me? And you know, if people don't like me, then people don't like me. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I see people like sheeps to me. You know what I'm saying? If someone's talking shit about me, it's like, nigga, you're a sheep to me. Like, the fuck? Like, why you worry about me? Why don't you worry about your damn self? And get off my tip. And that's how I fight off the haters. Actually, I appreciate the haters, though. I welcome the haters. You feel me? Um, yeah, man. Yeah, it's just Red Pill is the road less traveled. But hey, at least we have each other. At least we have the brotherhood. You feel me? Because, you know, you guys are the only ones that really understand me, that really get me. Because when people talk about certain shit I don't give a shit about, and, you know, I offer a solution to whatever shit they're talking about, it's a relatively a simple solution. They're not gonna like what I'm about to say, but you know, that's kind of, it is what it is. You just gotta tell it like it is. You know, they're not gonna like it. They're gonna get in their feelings and, you know, try to argue with me. And with you guys, you know, I could tell you something factual and you guys won't get upset. No one understands me, man, but you guys. That's why I don't confide in no one near me, because nowadays I don't trust people. The people who you think you can trust, they're gonna end up betraying you because, you know, shit hits the fan. Like, I've had people tell my personal business who I don't even talk to my parents about certain issues that happened in my life, and then they just went and gabbed at the mouth. You know, once I figure you do that, then I can't fuck with you. You feel me? Because as we know, bitches ain't shit. But then again, most men ain't shit either. They ain't got no morals, no integrity, no nothing. And, we just, I think we gotta look out for each other. And there's even some red pill brothers who may turn on you. Like, certain YouTubers I used to be subscribed to, uh, they were spitting the good truth, and then they pull a 180. They turn on you, man. So, you gotta watch your peers. You gotta watch them closely. You feel me? Because sometimes I feel like they're deluding themselves. They're not who they say they are. So yeah, man. I want to speak more on this issue, but this video is kind of getting long, and I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. But keep in mind that when you take the red pill, you become an entirely different person, and you gotta welcome that change. And people may not fuck with you because of the change. Hey, you gotta cut your losses. You feel me? Because people come and go. And at the end of the day, all you have is really yourself and the Most High. Because things change, people change, you've changed. So leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and in fact, why don't you write in the comment section how the red pill has changed you. So, peace.